timing of this is absolutely perfect. I'm just back from traveling for a photo shoot, and here you guys are right here, and I've wanted to talk about my top 10 favorite travel items, so the timing is perfect. If you guys are new here, welcome to my home in Hanoi, Vietnam. I am a photographer. My channel is dedicated to all things photography from the perspective of a full-time working professional photographer. And in the holiday season, with people traveling all over the place, I figured now's the perfect time to talk about this. So today, I'm gonna talk about my 10 favorite travel items. If that sounds interesting to you, stay tuned. So as always, guys, don't forget to check out my online store at justinmott.com, where I've got Lightroom presets starting as low as $4.99. That will not make you a better photographer, but they will add some pop to your images. I've got prints for sale, perfect gift for the holidays. I've also got one-on-one classes, a whole variety of one-on-one classes for any of you out there that are interested in expanding your photography business, or amateurs out there that just want to improve their photography. And lastly, I need to mention this, I opened up my Northern Vietnam workshop for registration. We've only got 10 total slots. I've booked 5 already in a week, so that means there's only 5 left. I know, that math on the spot there, amazing. So if you're interested, you can book now, pay the deposit, check out all the information in the description box below, or you can just go to justinmott.com. So enough about that, let's talk about travel items. Let's talk about these things that are around here. And also let me start with, like, why am I qualified to tell you guys about travel items? You know, a lot of people out there, they say, oh, I travel all the time. You know, and they really travel for like 3 weeks a year, and nothing against that. A lot of people have full-time jobs, and that's all they can do is travel a few weeks a year, and they do it, and they love it. That's fine. But I would say I'm a tier above that as far as how much I travel, how often I travel. I've been traveling for the last decade and a half, and if you do the math, I probably travel 80% of my time for work as a photojournalist and also as a luxury hotel photographer. I know that's a weird combination, but that's what I fell into. That's my niche in photography. I travel all the time. I spend the majority of my time in planes, at airports, in buses, in hotel rooms, and things like that. So I've learned a few things through the years. I've got some of my favorite items I want to share with you guys, again, in time for the holidays, because a lot of you out there will travel. Some of you will like these items, some of you won't. Anyway, let's get into it. Start with number 1 on my list here is something that I sort of got into during COVID. I became a sling guy. I love being a sling guy. And this bag here is by my friends over at Wotancraft. And this is like the ultimate sling for me. I tried different ones. I've tried all sorts of different ones, but this is always my go-to. This is what I have on me every single day. When I wake up in the morning and I take my dogs for a walk, this is packed with my little poop bag. And I also carry a poop bag for them as well, or I should. But I use this when I travel. It is a lifesaver at airports. Not a lifesaver, but it's just nice to have because when I travel at airports, I keep my passport in here. I keep my iPad mini in here. Yes, it fits in here. I keep protein bars in here, my wallet in here. I've transitioned. I've really fell in love with this like sling bag thing because I don't like things in my pockets anymore. I don't know when that happened, but I became like, I'm not like a skinny jeans person. I like super tight pants. I'm not one of those guys that can pull that off, but I just don't like things in my pocket. I like to be loose. I can keep everything I need in here for my everyday travel, and I keep everything I need in here for the plane as well. So when I'm sitting on a plane now, I used to always have the bag between my legs. Now I don't do that because I'm also like an emergency exit row guy. I try to get that, and so when I do, I can't have a bag in front of me. So this thing keeps everything I need in it. And also, guys, if you're interested in any of this gear, if you didn't catch the specific names, some of it might still be for sale, some of it might not. I'll put a full link of everything that's available in the description box below, so you can go back and check that out. So that is my sling bag. Again, this bag, all sorts of little hidden pockets, a nice top compartment. Keep my wallet up here, keep my iPad mini in the main compartment. You can see here, just so you know, it does actually fit. So that takes me on to my second item here. So this here is the iPad mini 6, and I absolutely love this thing. For many, many years, I've used different versions of the iPad 11-inch. I thought about going in the iPad 13-inch or 12.9-inch direction, like with a Pro. And after a lot of thought, a lot of debate, a lot of discussions with my wife, was not interested in this kind of stuff, but had to put up with it, I settled on this, the iPad mini 6. Because I really thought about how I use it. I use this mainly for content viewing. So when I'm at home, I could be watching a football game, but I still want to do some work. And so I have the iPad in front of me, or sometimes I'm like doubling up on content. My wife is watching a movie that maybe I don't love so much, so I might be watching something on YouTube on this. I use this in bed to watch YouTube, learn stuff. I use this also to edit my YouTube channel. I use a program called LumaFusion, and I edit on the go and I edit on here. So I also do that like sometimes while I'm like multitasking or like zoning out, watching TV, and I'm editing a video at the same time. I use this to write my scripts on a program called Notion. I also use Notion to kind of organize my daily life. So I use this for all sorts of different reasons. But on the plane, I've always noticed like the 11-inch iPad, you can't, like when the gross plane food comes that you still have to maybe eat or want to eat, or like if you're like me, you don't even want to eat it because I'm a vegetarian. The vegetarian food always sucks, but I just eat it out of boredom. But I want to be able to like have my plate of food and watch stuff at the same time. And this, I can do that. Again, I'll pop this back in the case. All right, this is a nice little case by my friends over at Moth that make great accessories for phones and iPads and laptops and things like that. A lot of little origami type features and cases that fold out. I also use it for reading as well. And before, I used to not like reading on an iPad because it's kind of too big and the screen was really glossy. So I bought one of those paper-like sheets that go over, and it's like a matte finish, not a glossy finish. So it's actually quite pleasant to read on. So iPad definitely comes in handy when traveling, at airports, viewing content, on the plane, viewing content. Also to get work done, like I said, I can edit on this using LumaFusion. I can do my scripts on this. I can plan my week out on this, everything. So love the iPad mini, very happy with that choice. I did strongly think about going into like an iPad 12 Pro, but this is fast enough to edit, fast enough to do everything I need it to do, and I just love the size of it. Number 3 on my list, for those of you that have followed me for a long time, you know that I'm gonna say this. You probably already knew it already, so I'll go through it quick. This is my Leica M10D. This is their digital camera with an analog soul. What does that mean? It's a digital camera without a screen, that's it. It's a very expensive digital camera without a screen. They don't make this camera anymore, but you can occasionally find them on eBay and things like that. But I love this camera. I'm a Leica person. I use this for all my editorial work, personal work. When I travel and want to take personal images, this is what I take with me, my Leica M10D with a 35mm. This is my go-to. It's heavy, but in a good way, and it fits inside my bag. I usually just put a wrap around it if I'm taking one of my main bags, or sometimes if I'm going to fully shoot something, obviously I have like a camera bag setup. So my Leica M10D, a very expensive must-have for me, but I absolutely love this camera. Moving on, I like to smell nice when I'm on a flight. Like I've had that experience of sitting next to someone who stinks, and it's not very pleasant, and I don't want to ever be that person. But at the same time, I've also sat next to that person that's over doused themselves in cologne, and that's really annoying. And it's a very pungent cologne. It's like you just like can't get it out of your nostrils the whole time. It's like not even your nostrils, it hits your eyes, it attacks your face. So I don't want to be either of those people, but I want to smell nice when I'm on a plane, especially when I'm traveling for business. Sometimes I'm getting off the flight and people are meeting me at the airport. First impressions are important. I'm doing a commercial shoot for a luxury hotel or something like that. Often the client will meet me in the lobby. Even though I'd rather meet them the next day over breakfast, they're eager, they want to talk, so you meet them in the lobby, you have a little handshake, and you want to make a nice first impression, you want to smell like you've been on a plane, so this is what I go with. I absolutely love this stuff. This is Velvet Haze by a company called Byredo. I love their minimalist packaging, but I don't buy a cologne for packaging. I buy it because I love the smell. It has a hint of coconut in it. It's very clean, so it's not going to like overpower you, so if you're sitting next to someone who doesn't love perfume or doesn't love cologne, this isn't gonna like annoy them that much. It's very light, and that coconut hint makes sense because I'm in the tropics, so I blend in with that coconut smell. So this is Velvet Haze by a company called Byredo. Absolutely love this stuff. It's expensive, but I love it. So guys, so far, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit the like button. It does help out the channel, it does support me, it does encourage me to make more videos like this. And if you really like the channel and you really like me, maybe you'll consider becoming a member of my channel. You can hit the join button. It costs $4.99 a month. You get a lot of bonus content. You get pre-releases of my videos. You also get a weekly live stream where we talk about all things photography and answer your questions. And you also get priority comments and priority answers to your questions on my YouTube channel as well. So consider that by hitting the join button. Okay, moving on, something I've transitioned to again in my later years. I was always against this. I was never a sandals guy when I travel. I don't want to be like the schlubby guy when I travel. So I've really adapted to that sort of like cool joggers, not sweatpants, I call them joggers, it sounds elevated. So that's kind of how I travel. I like to travel with a black t-shirt and joggers and sandals. Like I'm all about efficiency when I travel. I want to look okay, I want to be comfortable at the same time. I don't want to look like a slob, but I'm all about like efficiency when I go through airports, taking off the shoes and all that kind of stuff. I don't know, it causes me anxiety, so I like to be quick about it. I like to hold up the line, I'm like super fast. And because of that, and because I want to be comfortable on the plane, but I don't want to like show my feet on a plane because I live in Vietnam, man. Feet are everywhere. They're always all over the place. Everyone can't wait to show you their feet. So I go with these guys here. These are Birkenstock vegan sandals, and I just absolutely love them. I got them in gray, got a pair in blue. So I fly with these. It's also nice to just have a second pair of footwear with you that's very lightweight. I mean, these things weigh like almost nothing. They're so lightweight, and they can sort of like pack inside of each other a little bit. Pack up nicely, so if you don't want to fly with these and wear these, but you just want an extra pair of sandals, you're at the beach, or just another pair in case something goes wrong, an emergency pair of footwear, these are great to have. They're extremely comfortable. The cushioning is really nice in this. I don't know, they're just super comfortable. I like the look of them. They go well with like gray sweatpants, and I wear them with socks. And I bought a pair of these like loose socks. Like, loose socks are important too, because like when you take them off, I don't know, I got a bad back. I don't really bend over and take it off tight socks. I bought a bunch of these Muji like really loose socks here. Muji has them, they're super cheap. Bought them at Muji, bought them in a 3-pack, and so yeah, I've become a socks and sandals guy. Judge me if you want, but I'm comfortable and I think I look pretty good, and I smell nice at the same time. All right, moving on, I'm gonna get into bags, and I'm gonna sort of clump all my bags into one because I am such a bag nerd. I'm kind of obsessed with bags. I love to have different bags for different situations. So my carry-on bag, again, I've got that sling bag when I wanna go really light, when I sit in the emergency exit row seat and I can't have a bag between my legs. I can fit everything I really truly need for the flight in that sling bag, but often when I'm going on shoots or I'm traveling, I might have to take my laptop as well and throw a camera in there. But when I wanna go with a backpack, which I often do, I'm a backpack kind of person. Again, I want everything to match my sort of look. I'm always like wearing like gray and black kind of thing. That's my look. That's what I'm locked into. The hat and gray and black. And then a hint of color with my little Apple Ultra watch band here. So I love these bags by a company called Question. They're really sustainability focused. They make, some of their bags are made out of like a banana text material, made out of like banana fibers. It's actually quite amazing. This bag is not. This is a rugged sort of canvas bag. They're backpack here, but I love this bag because of this here. I think through everything when I travel, like how I'm gonna access bags, how I'm gonna use bags. So this here has this great little tab opening on the top here, which I love. Just quick access. So I wanna get to my stuff quickly, I can. It's got a nice pocket on the outside. So this, if I traveled without the sling bag, I might just put my passport and stuff that I need quickly in here. It's got a nice little top bag here, so you can throw your phone in here or your watch or anything you need to get out when you're going through security, so you can put it in here quickly and then get it back out later on. It stays protected. It's also just stylish looking. I love their bags. The inside is really nice. It's got this sort of like burnt orange interior here. It's got a nice padded laptop holder in there, also space, also an expandable pocket for my iPad. I don't know, I just love this bag. I love their products. Check them out. It's a company called Question. When I want to travel with a weekender bag, I go with this bag by my friends over at ThinkTank. Now they are famous. They're legendary for their roller bags for photographers. They're just legendary for their camera bags in general. But they have recently expanded into the lifestyle bag market, and they gave me this bag as a test before it even came out, and I absolutely love this series from them. Their lifestyle series bags. It's got this nice front pocket, again, passport in there, nice expandable on the inside here, nice fabric on the inside, leather accents here, although I'm really trying to get away from leather in all of my products, but they have nice chunky YKK zippers here, really nice zippers, and the thing that really stands out to me, and something that every bag you'd think they get it right, but they don't, is like a really comfortable shoulder strap. And when you're traveling through airports, you know, getting in and out of the plane, you're traveling far to get to your gate, like that's important. You got your laptop in there, camera in there, the weight starts to add up, and you just want something like really comfortable on your shoulder. And you'd be surprised how many bag companies mess that up. ThinkTank doesn't. This shoulder strap is amazing. Like, so amazing. Right when I got the bag and tried it out, I emailed them like, thank you guys, you got it right. And they were like, yeah, of course we did. We know that. We don't need you to tell us that. And then lastly on bags, my luggage, something I've been using for many years now, something I splurged on a long time ago, but I figured the amount of time that I travel, it's worth it to have good bags. And again, I like stylish bags offsetting my sort of sweatpants and black t-shirt look when I'm at the airport. So I've got a set of beautiful Rimowa aluminum luggage, and I love it. I've got the big one for check-in, and I've got the smaller roller that I can use as a carry-on. Love these bags. I've had them for many years now. I had one small problem, but the warranty covered it. They fixed it at the store here in Hanoi. They're great to deal with. Customer service is great. Quality on their bags is great. Absolutely love them. Again, they're super expensive, but the amount that I travel, I feel like I got my money's worth with them. They have a lock in them. I like that system. They've got the 4-wheel system, so it's easy to roll and easy to maneuver through the airport. Sometimes I'm juking people, I'm doing spin moves. You know, I gotta get places. I'm not like one of those people lollygagging. I'm not in the way. I'm always maneuvering. You see me at the airport, I'm gliding. These bags I can glide with. Love it. Love the protection. I'll also offer you guys an alternative. I haven't used these bags yet, but I did order a set of them for for my wife for Christmas. I had them sent to the US where we're gonna spend our time for Christmas this year. I don't know if luggage is a good gift, but she travels with me. We work together, so we're always traveling, and all of her Muji luggage broke, and I found this company called Monos, M-O-N-O-S. They make stylish bags. They have a combination of like aluminum and polycarbonate bags, but they're similar look to Rimowa, and they get good reviews. So I ordered a couple bags for her, and like one bag for myself. I know it's kind of lame. Got her a Christmas present, but added one out for myself. I think that's a little lame, but we're gonna share that other bag. It's like a big trunk bag. Anyway, check that company out. They're significantly cheaper than the Rimowa bags. I haven't used them yet, so I can't stand by the bags, but they look really good and they get really good reviews. Moving on, I'll go through these last accessories kind of quickly, but I'm gonna end on a really cool one. Not even a really cool one, just a surprising one, I'll say. So for me, because I travel and work at the same time, because sometimes I'm going on longer flights, I might have my iPad, might have my phone, and I'm not gonna say I'm a power user, I hate that word, but I am using my stuff pretty extensively, especially when I'm editing on the iPad, and that can drain the battery quite quickly. I travel with this power brick by Zendure. It almost looks like a little mini Rimowa. But I like this accessory here because I can charge my laptop with it as well. I can charge 4 items at the same time. It's got 4 slots in it and 2 USB-C slots. It's got the 100-watt output there. Again, I can charge my laptop and I can charge multiple things at once. So I really like this little power brick. I think they have an updated version of this, but again, I'll put a link. But this is by a company called Zender. Love the look, love what it does. So 2 more items left. I might have gone like with 11 items here, so sorry if this is a little bit long, but I'll go through these kind of quickly. This is something I picked up recently. This is the Insta360 X3. I love this little device. I never thought I'd be like a 360 camera guy. It's not because I want those crazy mega wides, but I use this when I travel for doing vlogs on the fly because it's a 360 camera. You can film yourself and you're filming everything around you, so then later on you can decide if you want to like have that footage of you talking to the camera or show people what you're looking at, show people what you're talking about. You don't have to make the decision in real time. You can make it afterwards in post using their software, but it's very easy to use, very intuitive. I love this little guy. It has a little padded case to make a bunch of accessories. I use it for cycling, vlogging as well, something I'm getting into more, but this little Insta360 camera, I really dig it. Insta360 is really like come on strong. They're a great alternative to the GoPro and DJI action cameras. I like what they're doing, especially in the 360 market. So this is the Insta360 X3. And last on my list, this is something kind of funny. I'm wearing one now, but I'll show you it right here. This is a long black t-shirt. You're gonna say like, who cares? Why do you need like any t-shirt? What does it matter? Well, for me, I am a long torso, short legs person. I'm also carrying some extra love around the abdomen area. So most of the time when I travel and I work, I like to wear a black t-shirt. I just like, again, a minimalist look. The problem is every time I reach up to like get stuff for people, because I'm 6'1", which isn't that tall, but it's kind of tall in Asia. So I'm always like the guy that's helping people get their luggage out of the overhead, or especially for my wife. But once I get it for like my wife, other people start to ask me, like, can you get, and I just do, I like it, I don't mind it, but I end up doing it a lot. The problem is if you're a bigger dude, a lot of times you stand up and you reach up and people see your midsection. I don't want them to see that, but look, you can't see it. I'm reaching up, you can't see it. Oh. While I'm here, I should say, I don't actually smell so good right now. I'm sweating a little bit, even though it's wintertime here in Hanoi, but I'm sweating. Anywho, love these black t-shirts by H&M. There's something called the long fit, which I was like, oh, I didn't even know this existed. I was at an H&M in Hanoi. I don't spend a lot of times at malls in Vietnam, but even this is just a large, not an extra large. Often if you want to get a t-shirt long enough for people like me that have a little bit of that love, you have to get like an extra large and everything else is just huge. So you look like you're wearing like a giant sheet. This, it fits quite nicely. It fits quite trim. This is, again, a large shirt, but it extends really low and it just has a nice look to it. There's other companies that do this as well. I ordered a few John Elliott shirts, a more premium company. I ordered those for Christmas for myself. I got a lot of Christmas presents for myself. And I also ordered a couple of t-shirts from a company called COS. I'll get back to you on whether or not those are better. But right now, my go-to, I bought like 4 of these. I have 4 H&M large long fit t-shirts and they're fantastic. I did forget a few things, so I'm gonna get into it right now. The last couple things, this is something people ask me all the time. This is like one of my go-to favorite accessories, is my hat here. Yes, I do have hair, not a ton, but I have a little bit of hair left. But I'm big into these hats here. They're called Miki hats. They're like sailor type hats. People used to wear them because like French sailors used to wear them so they didn't blow off because there's no brim. I like them not because I'm trying to hide the fact that my hair is rather thinning. That's not why. You might think that's why. That's what people think. No. I know, I'm okay to show you. Look, it's thinning, it's not great. But I wear this because protect my head from the sun. Sometimes I go with a completely shaved look and I'm a photographer, so like no brim in my way, you get it? I can shoot and nothing's hitting my head. and I like the look of it. It kind of gives me my little signature look. A lot of people make fun of me for this hat, but I also get a ton of people ask me about it. So this is by a company called Beton, Cire. It's French. I bought a couple in Japan. You can find them in different places. They're called Miki hat, M-I-K-I, I think, or M-I-double-K-I, I can't remember. There's other names for them now because it became a little popular because, I'm not saying it's because of me, but I think it's kind of because of me. No, but I love these hats. I have a denim version, I have a black version, I have many different versions. I take them when I travel. I think it kind of pulls my whole look together when I travel. Anyway, dig them, also protect you from the sun. There's all sorts of different companies that make them, but again, I like this one by Beton Cire. I'll put a link to all this stuff. And lastly, something I can't live without, I can live without it, that's really being like exaggerating here, but something I love, living in Vietnam. This country is amazing in so many ways, but one of the things I don't love about Vietnam is noise pollution. It's just loud here, man, like everywhere. There's always construction. Even people on planes are pretty loud. I mean, not saying everyone, but people talk on the phone's loud. I'm always thinking when they're yelling into the phone, like, who's on the other end? Are they in like an area but maybe it's true because they're in an area that's really loud and they can't hear. But anyway, it's just louder here in general. So having a pair of noise canceling headphones is super important. I love the Airpods Max. I love the look of them. Again, they fit my gray, boring, minimalistic aesthetic, but the quality on these things is amazing. Something that is really important to me is that you can remove the air cup. Something I've had a huge problem with living in Vietnam in the humidity is these things are always, the leather ones are always fading, always falling apart. And these, if they fall apart, which I don't even think they're going to, but you can replace them. It's expensive, but you can replace them and I have to replace the whole system. Sound is awesome on this. I am an Apple guy. I'm fully in the Apple ecosystem. So everything like transitions quickly. I pick these up, my iPad recognizes it. I switch over to my phone. Awesome on flights, just awesome in general. Can block out all the noise out there. So that's it for today. That was more than 10 items. This was longer than I thought it would be, but you know, it's the holiday season. You guys are gonna be traveling. You might want some of these items. These are the things that I've picked up through the years. These are the things I love. I'm gonna make this like an annual thing. Anyway, that's all for today, guys. For you out there that are interested in my workshop, don't forget, again, Northern Vietnam Workshop, March 2023. There's only 5 slots left. There's 10 slots to start with. I announced registration about a week ago. There's only 5 spots left, so book now. If you're interested in coming to Vietnam, exploring Vietnam, taking pictures with me, learning, having fun, we're gonna have a great time. Check that out, again, all at justinmott.com. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to have a wonderful day.